Alright guys, now that we've trimmed the brass, I have some trimmed brass here. The stuff that's standing vertical, not the stuff that's horizontal. That's yet to be trimmed. But once you trim the brass, as you can imagine, the end, if you rub your hand this way, it's not sharp at all. But on an angle, it's sharp because you're basically trimming it perpendicular to the brass, and you're leaving a sharp edge there on the side. So, and I don't know the correct pronunciation on this, but chamfering and deburring, what it does is it puts an angle on that perpendicular cut that you put when apply when you trim the brass. So this is a very easy step, and the reason why I do chamfering, deburring in the same step, along with I clean the rest of the primer pocket out too. This is all a hands-on manual process. I like to do all these things at the same time. So here's how you do it. Very easy. Take this tool, this Lyman tool, which includes bits in this handle. When you purchase it, there's none in here right now, but put your bits in there, or other things of your choosing. And the bits are like this. And one of the bits, one was the reaming bits, which we talked about a couple of videos ago. And then one of the bits is the pocket primer cleaning tool, which I'll talk about in a second. So this multi-purpose tool, as I think is what the technical name is, what you do is these edges are sharp, and you put that in there, give it a couple spins, take some material off on whatever angle that is right there, no clue. Same thing here, throw that in, give her a couple turns, it's done. That step is done. And as you can see, you can't see in the video, but if you see it close, and you can feel that now that edge is sharp. And it's basically created angles up to to a point. So now when you put your bullet in the next couple of videos when we discuss this, put your bullet in, the bullet going in, the copper on the outside of the bullet will not scrape off because of the very fine angles on the outside and the very fine angles on the inside. So it's almost like a little, like you put your bullet down into a funnel. So that's what this does. Next step, pocket primer cleaning tool. So if you remember in the last section, we talked about the last cleaning. When we popped out the primers, we deprimed them and ran it through the tumbler with the stainless steel media. It cleaned out the primers pretty good. I had pictures, you've seen the pictures on that. But if you look in the corners, there's still just a little bit of carbon left in there. This is when I like to run this pocket primer tool in, and there's two of them. There's one for a large rifle primer pocket and a small rifle primer pocket. So 223, 556, small primer pocket, small primer pocket cleaning tool. Like I said, this comes with this tool. It's very cheap. It's probably better things. Works for me. Someday I'll get something new, and I will give a review and post it on this website for you guys to check out. But it has been good for me so far. So I purchased this handle Feels comfortable, pretty ergonomic. I have a couple more of them in there, again, with the some other tools that I have. But I bought this and this primer pot cleaning tool fits right in here. It's meant to go on the end of this, but since I'm doing this all in one step, I decided to get a different handle for it. Super easy. Throw it in there, give it a couple turns. Look in there now. That thing is almost carbon free. That's all it takes. So once you get rolling, it's not too bad. What I like to do, because you waste I don't know how many milliseconds of time switching your hand on the tools, I like to do all of them with one tool and then go back to the other one. Pretty anal when it comes to time savings. So another thing that I learned that worked good was I put that tool on the workbench like that, on your hand just like that. Hopefully you can see this. Let me check in the video here. Let's see if you can see this. Yeah. So somebody may comment and say that's a terrible idea. You're going to do something wrong. But I don't think so. As long as you keep that center, you can whip through those things pretty quick. That's all you got to do is hit that and take a little material off. You can see there's a bunch of crap there. And once I get a few down, I switch it. Put it in the pile for primer pocket cleaning. I think this works pretty good. It's boring. Had the radio going. Drink some beers. Monotonous, but it's not too bad. I don't look at every one normally. I look at a couple just to make sure that my technique is getting what needs to be done. So at this point, your brass is ready for priming powder and bullets. So that is the end of part 3. Part 4 is going to get into some fun stuff, some good stuff, and some stuff that you need to be very careful and watch your measurements on. So part 4, no drinking beer. So hope you had fun watching this part 3 of video series, and we will see you in part 4. Thanks.